Hey, I'm back, and I'm talking about Brett Ruck, who we saw speak earlier today, and he was mostly talking about surveying, but also some general GIS, and he owns a company called Dig, which is a not-for-profit company, um, and its Drainage Investment Group is what Dig stands for, and I know he's the client for some of the students in our class. And he also owns a for-profit company, which is a training center. And that was pretty cool to hear how he kind of works those around with his accountant and stuff to get the best benefits he can in terms of grants and I'm sure other things as well. Yeah. Also, he talked about how he's been in the industry for quite a long time, and I'm sure he has a lot of wisdom. Kind of reminds me of like a Jaromir Jagr type, if you watch hockey. Um, I remember him talking a lot about the bad wages in surveying. Well, they seem bad to me at least. Even after gaining a lot of experience and credentials, it didn't seem to improve as much as I had perceived it. And also, I was glad somebody asked the question about the CET certification. It was something that was in the back of my mind, and I kind of slipped my mind when the question period came up, so I was really happy somebody said that. And it seems like it is a pretty common requirement, and I don't have that degree, like an applied sciences degree. I know I have this program, but reading the requirements of it would require me to do a lot more school which I don't have the funds for right now after going through this last batch of school, at least for the time being. So it was a little bit, that kind of sucks. Little crushing there, but you know, re also realistic, so that was good. But okay, as far as his professionalism goes, not too much to say, which is a really good thing. I mean, I didn't notice anything off. I didn't notice anything wrong. He had a good demeanor, and nothing really stood out one way or another. And I think that was good because I was able to focus on the content and what he was talking about. He, he didn't do a lot of ums, and I know it's something I'm guilty for. I'm sure I've done it maybe 10 times already in the video before this. I'm trying to get better, but it happens. See, right there. Okay, I wasn't the biggest fan of his PowerPoint slides, but then again, who am I to judge? I'm not the PowerPoint expert here, so uh, I'm sure mine could use work as well. But my biggest takeaway from the presentation, that's my favorite segment of the show, and the biggest takeaway for me, as you've heard me talk about, the bad wages combined with the more education required to get the correct certification to become a surveyor, to become a surveyor that gets paid decently at least, just tells me that it's probably not for me, which is too bad, but I mean, I compare it to the last job I had at FedEx, and I actually made more at that job, and all I needed was a high school education. I really enjoyed it. I enjoy surveying, but why would I go into that? It doesn't add up. I mean, it's enjoyable, but not so enjoyable that my passion trumps the loss of potential earnings. I mean, I'm not a big money hungry guy, but come on, $16, come on. Oh, anyway, something that was kind of curious was I noticed there was no wine bottle presentation. I thought about it for a while, and I thought, it could possibly be for religious reasons, as a lot of religions don't allow the consumption of alcohol. So maybe it was something Brett didn't disclose in his presentation, but maybe he had a religious affiliation. That's all I could think, maybe, for the wine bottle presentation missing. But overall, it was a good presentation, despite it being a little bit dream-crushing on my end. But it was a very good presentation by Mr. Ruck, and I'm happy he sorted a bunch of questions out for me.